The miracle of life, which is when embryos are fertilized in the womb, and then continue the stages of life to become a child in the real world. This should happen the way it's supposed to, not in a lab in a test tube. One little embryo in the womb had been fertilized, about to continue the journey of life, and all of a sudden there is a needle and the little embryo is ripped out of the womb and placed into the lab. The embryo does not understand why this is happening and why it didn't get a chance at life, why he was destroyed and put in a test tube. His life was taken, ruined, and he did not understand what he did wrong or why it happened. This little embryo could have been a huge success in the world, but we will never know because, due to research, he was pulled out of the womb and put in a test tube. This is happening in the entire world today. They are destroying, smashing innocent lives for the research, taking lives that should be joining the community today. Stem cell research should not be continued with embryonic cells because it is destroying innocent lives. After the cells are taken out of the body, they are directly taken to a lab. In the lab, the cells are stored in plastic containers where they are split over and divided. Then the tests begin to see which one of the divided cells act and can be used. This is a very touchy subject for many people, and the Center of Bioethics and Human Dignity disagree because it's unethical and killing a life. The Dicker-Will Amendment, which is a federal law, states that destroying a day-old human embryo is forbidden. It is also opposed because it's unethical to take a human life no matter what the reasons are. According to Ronald D. Workin, a lawyer for UCLA, in the article Ethics of Stem Cell Research by Andrew Siegel, the life of a single human organism commands respect and protection no matter in what form or shape, because of the complex creative investment it represents and because of our wonder of the divine or evolutionary process that produces new lives from old ones. Scientists are killing innocent lives that never stood a chance in the world. According to Pope John Paul II, in the article The Case for and Against Stem Cell Research by Fox News, experience is already showing how tragic, coarse-ending, and it accompanies the assault of a human life in the womb, leading to academic in the face of other related evils such as euthanasia, and most recently proposed for the creation of research of human embryos, destined to destruction in this process. It is said that we are playing God. Scientists are manipulating the cells, which is creating embryos. By taking the embryo, we are destroying a valuable life too. The creation and destruction of a human embryo just for research is not prohibited by teaching of Catholics. It's God's job to create and end life, not ours. This is evil and acting like a devil because we are taking lives that deserve a chance. This is considering evil because it's intentionally directly killing human life at the blastocyst stage of development. Many people state that the country is broke and in debt, but yet we are able to give huge amounts of money to this research. In 2004 and 2006, with just 4 states, New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, and Maryland, they gave $130.5 million, and then California issued a 10-year bond for $3 million. Taxpayers are actually paying double what they should be, and why? Because that's how the government gets the money. There's one foundation that has gave a lot of money to this research, and that's the National Institute of Health. Since the year 2005 to 2011, this foundation has gave $395 billion, and in 2012 it said it would give another $120 million. The NIH has given about 31 grants, which equal $22 million. Why are we wasting all this money on the research that we didn't even know if it will cure the disease we are hoping? There are other options that have been proven to work, such as adult mice skin. Scientists can take the mice skin, which is in the fibroblast cell, and make the master cells just like embryonic cells. Another option is patient cells. According to Derek J. Russell of the Children's Hospital in Boston, in the article Cells Technique Work with Embryos by Robstein, we now have for generating patient cells highly effectively and safely, and also those cells of clinically useful types. When it comes down to things, embryonic cells research should be discontinued for several reasons. The main reason the researchers should stop is because it is taking an embryo from the body of a woman, just like killing a human. If researchers are able to take the life of an innocent child, why are murderers sent to jail for what they commit? They are doing the same thing, both killing a human. Another reason researchers should stop is because it's costing the government, foundation, and taxpayers a lot of money that could be to different good research that will help the same cause. There are more options than this one for researchers and scientists, so why are they choosing this one? They will be researching how adult or patient cells will be doing the same thing as embryonic cells along with adult mice skin. Instead, they are forcing embryonic stem cells and saying it's the only way, but it's not. Researchers and scientists need to stop using embryonic cells and start using the other options that they have, so that the government foundations are not putting their money into something that is against churches, some scientists, and even the beliefs, and especially save the life and not destroy it.